everybody, my name is Stephanie. I'll be your tour guide. We're going to go over 2.5 miles on the San Antonio Riverwalk. It's just us here on the boat. You guys spread out, get comfortable. I intentionally did not put everybody on the boat here. We're leaving about 10 minutes early, actually. Just get comfortable, spread out. If you want to kick up your feet, you're welcome to do that. Take pictures, that's fine. You can ask me questions along this tour, that'll be great. I just ask nobody stand up on the boat, and no smoking. Other than that, you're good to go. So you know, life jackets are at the front of the boat under those blue doors. There's 45 life jackets right there. However, the river is quite shallow. It's about 4 feet deep. So if you find yourself in the water, you can stay in and swim, or you can stand up and walk out. That's to you guys. Right now we're inside River Central Mall. We're on the man-made portion of the river. We're going to head over to the natural river where the majority of our tour will take place. We'll be over to the natural river in about 3 to 4 minutes. Now River Central Mall is what we're in right now. It was built in 1988. It has 1 million square feet of shopping to it and over 136 stores. One of my favorite places in the mall is actually a 3D IMAX theater. If you haven't been in there yet, that's a really cool thing. They're playing Shark 3D. It's not scary at all. It's just a great documentary about sharks and how they live. And it's really awesome, all in 3D. Look around both sides of the river, look in front of the boat, look behind the boat. Anytime we go underneath trees, look above your heads, up in the trees. You might see something different from your neighbor. If you see something I don't point out, you want to know what it is, let me know. I'll be happy to tell you exactly what it is. If I don't know what it is, I'll make something up. This is all man-made, as I said earlier on the tour. It's just a little extension that was added in the 1960s. It was finished in 1968. It's connected to the natural river. The natural river is shaped like a horseshoe, and as I said earlier, that's where most of the tour will take place. Now the whole Riverwalk is actually modeled after Venice, Italy. It was completed by native San Antonian Robert Hugman. It was finished in 1941, and then when Robert finished this Riverwalk, he was only 27 years old. He was very, very young. Now here in San Antonio, you're actually in the 7th largest city in the nation. San Antonio has a population of 1.6 million people. In San Antonio, we have 3 languages commonly spoken here. We have English, Spanish, and German. And as we take the tour, you'll see a lot of German influence along the San Antonio Riverwalk. San Antonio is also the only city in the nation that has a chamber of commerce right on the edge of the river. That's this chamber right here on the right. If you get inspired, you want to move to San Antonio or open up a business, you can go to the Chamber of Commerce right here.
Hey, man, I was like, here, take it. I don't want to.
As we take the tour, you'll see a lot of boats that look just like ours along the Riverwalk. We're actually running 42 boats today. We have 4 locations to catch the same tour. They're all the same price, all the same company, just in different areas of the river. And the whole Riverwalk is actually 4.5 miles long, but we're going going to cover 2.5 miles of it. And this straight ahead of us is the natural river. As we pull out of the man-made, if you look to the right side of our boat, all the way down the river, that's where all the shops, markets, restaurants, dining halls, and dance halls are. But we're actually going to take a left turn first. I'm going to take you to the scenic area that's once known as the Yanaguana, because the Paia Indians lived on the Yanaguana. Yanaguana meant the place of the peaceful waters. And we're going to see why we call it Yanaguana and why it's so peaceful. That's coming up.
You're a good man. Really? Yeah. And the Daddy? And they have, they're using water, they have
Well, here we are on the natural part of the river. You'll see on the left port side of our boat, this is the Hilton Hotel, nicknamed the Lego Block Hotel. If you look up at it, you see how the little rooms look like boxes. All those little boxes you see, they actually attach on top of each other like Lego blocks. That's its nickname, Lego Block Hotel. It was built in 1968, just in time for the World's Fair. It was built so fast, it's actually in the Guinness Book of Records. This is the world's fastest hotel ever built. It was built in a grand record of only 7 months. That's only 202 days. Tonight, if you haven't made plans already, up ahead is the Arneson River Theater, the most famous theater in San Antonio. And in this theater tonight, about 8 o'clock, we're going to have a show for you. It's called Esta Noche del Rio. The show will take place on the little stage here on the right of our boat, half-moon stage. The show's very funny, very popular, live mariachi, singing, dancing, a comedy skits. It's all right here. Traditional shows and part of San Antonio's history for many summers, 50 years. Next to the old theater is the Yanaguana, the place of peaceful waters. As you look around, you won't see any shops or markets over here. This is a scenic area where a lot of birds like to nest, and a lot of ducks are over here as well. Big trees you see all around us are bald cypress trees. If you look up in the trees, you may see some giant nests, and these are for a special kind of bird. The bird is called a yellow-crowned night herring. Big, black, grayish-colored bird with scrawny little legs. Yeah, you guys found one of them. I like to drive fast underneath these trees in case those birds are up there. They do have a nickname of Texas sharpshooters. Now inside the water we have about 73 varieties of living creatures. There's catfish, goldfish, we have turtles, there's tilapia. We also have snakes. Marin's Island coming up on the right of the boat is a tiny island with an iron sculpture. The sculpture is called Father Massenet's Table. The island is the roots of the bald cypress tree. San Antonio has an average about 1 wedding per day upon Marriage Island. Just for you up ahead is our little piece of Italy. This is the Tunnel of Love. San Antonio tradition says, "Speak a little kiss while we pass under the tunnel. You can little baby in love. You might as well try it out."
Good thing. Do it again. Yeah, I'm wondering what we do. Okay, not again.
As I said earlier, that the Riverwalk is 4.5 miles long. Well, somehow San Antonio managed to cram 23 hotels on the Riverwalk. They're all facing the river. I won't point out all of them to you, just a few so you kind of know where you are once you're off of the boat. The youngest hotel on the Riverwalk is this pink one right next to us on the right. This is the Westin. It used to be a parking garage, but in 1999 they turned it into a 4-star hotel. It's called the Westin Riverwalk. An old hotel that's next to it is the maroon one. This is the Homewood Suites. This one opened up in 1919. used to be the San Antonio Drug Company, a factory. They made pharmaceutical drugs for San Antonio inside the building. Today, it's the Homewood Suites Hotel. Continuing on the right starboard side of the boat, when we get to the other side of St. Mary's Bridge, you'll see the old San Antonio Library. Now it's turned into our International Business Center. Look at this bird here on the right of the boat. See where those stones are? That gray thing? That's not a statue, that's a bird. Right here, with its wings open. That's a yellow crown light.
Wow.
Remember the big nest we saw a couple seconds ago up in the bald cypress tree? That's where he lives. And they often do this to kind of cool themselves off. It's pretty hot. Check him out. See his little scrawny legs? Pinto legs. And this is also a popular fishing hole for these birds. They like to eat crawfish. It's pretty good. And that's a mallard duck on the other one, a female mallard duck. Now the building you see in front of our boat, that big red building, that is the largest and the oldest courthouse in Texas. It's kind of hard to see with the sun, but the roof is bright green. It's made of copper, just like the pennies in the bottom of your penny bank at home. Courthouse opened up